Tyler, you have the numbers here on Zack Wheeler blown great performances this year. Why don't you read them all for us and put yourself on the screen?
Yeah,
there,
so
Mr.
here's a couple of quality starts for Zack Wheeler without a win. We now have 4 this season. Obviously, it starts on opening day. He pitched really well. He went 6 innings, gave up no earned runs, got the no decisions. The Phillies lose that one in what Jamie calls a fake series. I called that they lost to the Braves.
It was a fake series.
So then you go to his next start against the Reds, and he gave up 1 earned, 3 runs total, but 1 earned run. It was a loss in that one as well. On April 9th, his next start. So we're talking about 3 consecutive starts to begin the year. Zack Wheeler goes 7 innings against the Cardinals, gives up 3 earned runs, and takes the loss in that one. And then you can go to yesterday against the Giants. He pitched really well, went 6 shutout innings, and got the no decision because the Phillies decided they didn't want to score any runs. So 4 starts already for Zack Wheeler in which he could be considered a hard luck loser or gets a no decision. He's 0-2 in those 4 starts. And guys, if you do the math, that's 25 innings pitched in those 4 starts with a grand total of 4 earned runs.
And
he's 0-2.
Luckily, so far in like the early national baseball writers and kind of national narratives in the media, it's not preventing him from being the Cy Young favorite.
Right.
Like the books are still recognized. Bet Parks has him as the favorite for the NL Cy Young. So luckily, people are recognizing that, you know, he might not necessarily have the wins that some other guys have, but he's the best pitcher in the NL. And yesterday just proves
he also is top of the league in quality starts despite all of this.
Yeah.
And he has had really good pitching that we've seen. I know we talked about it yesterday. I mean, they have his 16 of his first 20 batters faced. He's throwing first pitch strikes. He's doing all the little things right. It's just not, he's just not getting the support at the end of the day. That's frustrating.
What were you going to say, Tyler?
So the one thing, too, I think...
where'd you go?
I think T-Mac and Rube were talking about this the other day. And Rube was kind of going into a little bit of an old man yells at clouds tangent a little bit.
Everybody's entitled to a couple of those.
So he was talking about how wins aren't really a pitcher stat anymore. And that's one thing that I firmly believe. I just don't...
I believe that, too.
I don't care about wins as a pitcher stat anymore. I care about wins as a team stat.
Sure.
And so if you throw 6 scoreless innings and you end up with a no decision, you're not going to get a win for that, but it's a really good outing and it continues.
Value quality start more than win?
I don't value quality start either because I think the stat is too broken. I think they need to change the statistical numbers on quality start because
3 earned runs or less.
3 earned runs or less over 6 innings. And guys, if you go 3 earned runs or 3 earned runs, it's a 4.5 ERA. It's not a good. It's not a good ERA. Like now, you can win a ton of games if you give up 3 earned runs over 6 innings. But I think they need to reevaluate that one as well. But you know, he was kind of going on a tangent of like, why don't wins matter anymore? I thought wins were a good thing. And it's like, yeah, of course they are. Team wins are the ultimate stat. It doesn't matter how well you pitch if your team doesn't win. You know, inversely, you can say Taijuan Walker pitches poorly and the Phillies score 8 runs and they win a game. So the win-loss thing as a pitcher doesn't matter to me nearly as much as the end result. But you can't discredit the process if you have something where you get, you know, like Zack Wheeler, hard luck loser. Cole Hamels was a hard luck loser all the freaking time in his career. And his best year, statistically, I think he won like 12 games, maybe, because, you know, he just wasn't getting run support. So I think that there's value in wins, of course. There's more value to me in team wins as opposed to pitcher wins.
I think Jacob deGrom winning the Cy Young a couple years ago with, 9 wins?
Hernandez won it with 10, too.
Yeah, like I think that was kind of the end of wins mattering.
The other thing is you look at a night like last night where it's a scoreless game. Your pitcher's doing everything he can. He can't score for you.
Sure.
Yeah.
So he's like, Zack Wheeler's not going to get...
They took the bat out of his hands.
Correct. Like, you're not going to get... For as great as a pitcher can do and have a perfect game in the sense of not giving up any runs and getting a shutout, it could still cause them to lose. And you look at yesterday as a great example of that. That's why wins are a weird thing because you don't have that stat for everybody. You just have that for a starting pitcher. And at the end of the day, the starting pitcher can't do it. It's not a sport where the starting pitcher can also go out and score runs. Like, he doesn't have a hand in...
Sound like Giselle Bundchen now.
Exactly.
Tommy cannot throw and catch the ball. You remember that when she left the Super Bowl?
Wow.
Tommy cannot do it alone. He cannot throw and catch the ball.
Oh, wow, Giselle.
Yeah, she busted out the Brazilian on their asses.
I see you. Wow, that was pretty decent. But that's the truth.
Tommy.
I mean,